Linear equations. When we see the instructions to write the equation of the line or write a linear equation, our first step is going to be to write our formula. Y equals mx plus b, m equals b equals. Our next step is to find b. So we're going to look at our graph and we're going to find the two ordered pairs that have the fewest negative numbers. So I'm going to use these two ordered pairs on the graph of number 1. I'm going to use 3, -1, and 6, 0. Picked out my ordered pairs. Now I'm going to go ahead and find my slope. I'm going to label my ordered pairs y1, x1, y1, x2, y2. My formula, m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. I'm going to plug in my values, 0 minus -1, 6 minus 3. I'm going to keep, change, change, and keep, change, change. And I'm going to get my slope is equal to 1/3. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the b. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to write my formula, y equals mx plus b. And I'm going to use my ordered pair, 3, -1. And I'm going to use the slope that I just found, m is equal to 1/3. So I'm going to write my formula, y equals mx plus b. I'm going to put my y in for my y. I'm going to put my slope in, and I'm going to put my x in. So I'm going to have 3 is equal to, -1 is equal to 1/3 times 3 plus b. -1 on my calculator, I'm going to multiply 1/3 times 3, which is going to give me 1 plus b. Is the variable on the left? It's not. So I'm going to use a property called symmetrical. I also call it post-it note. So you pretend that you write this side on a post-it note, and you pretend that you write this on a post-it note, and you're going to peel those two post-it notes off and switch them. So it's going to be 1 plus b is equal to -1. And now we ask, is the b first? The b is not first, so we're going to use the property of we're going to use commutative property of addition. b plus 1 is equal to -1. 0 pair the 1, b is equal to -2. So now I can go back up to my formula, fill in what I know. So m is going to be 1/3, and b is going to be -2. So underneath my graph, I'm going to write m is 1/3 and b is -2. So my answer, my equation is y is equal to 1/3 x minus 2. 1/3 x minus 2. So y is equal to 1/3 x minus 2. All right, we'll do our next one. First thing that we're going to do is write our formula, y equals mx plus b. Let me box my answer here real quick. Y is equal to mx plus b, m equals b equals. I'm going to go to my graph, and I'm going to find the two ordered pairs that have no negatives or the fewest negatives. So I'm going to use this ordered pair and this ordered pair. So I'm going to use 2, 3, and I'm going to use 3, 7. So I'm going to go ahead and find the slope, x1, y1, x2, y2. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. M equals 7 minus 3, and and then 3 minus 2. So I'm going to keep, change, change, keep, change, change. So my slope is going to be 4/1. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to find b. In order to find b, I take my first ordered pair, 2, 3, and I take my slope. So I'm going to y equals mx plus b. My y is going to be 3. My m is going to be 4 over 1. And my x is going to be 2. So 3 equals 4 over 1 times 2 plus b. I'm going to go to my calculator. I'm going to put 4 times 2 into the calculator. I'm going to get 3 is equal to 8 plus b. Now again, I'm going to use my post-it note or symmetrical property, which is going to let me put the variable on the left. But now I have to ask, is the variable first? And it's not, so we're going to use commutative property of addition. b plus 8 is equal to 3. 0 pair out the 8. b is equal to negative 5. I go back up to the top here, fill in what I know. What I know is the slope is 4 over 1. The b is negative 5. So the equation is y is equal to 4 over 1x minus 5. So I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to fill in m is 4 over 1. B is negative 5. And so my equation is y is equal to 4 over 1x minus 5. Last one, number 5. Go back here. Again, I'm going to use the 2 ordered pairs that have no negatives or the fewest negatives. So I'm going to use these 2 ordered pairs. So those 2 ordered pairs are 3, 4, and 6, 8. So I'm going to go ahead and write my formula. Y equals mx plus b. M equals b equals. Here are my 2 ordered pairs. x1, y1, x2, y2. I'm going to do my substitution step. After I write my formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, 8 minus 4, and then 6 minus 3. I'm going to go ahead and do my keep, change, change, and keep, change, change. So my slope is going to be 4/3. I come down, I'm going to use my first ordered pair again. This is my x, this is my y, and I need my slope. Now I'm going to substitute in. Y equals mx plus b. My y is going to be 4. My slope is going to be 4/3. And my x is going to be 3. 4 equals 4/3 times 3 plus b. Go to my calculator. 4/3 times 3 is 4. So 4 is equal to 4 plus b. Is the variable on the left? It's not. We're going to use symmetrical. 4 plus b is equal to 4. Is the variable first? It's not. We're going to use commutative property of addition. And then is the variable alone? It's not. We're going to 0 pair. So b is equal to 0. Go back up to my formula, fill in what I know. My slope is 4/3. My b is 0. My equation is y is equal to 4/3 x plus 0. Go back over underneath my graph. So the graph of the equation of this line is going to be 4/3 for the slope, 0 for the b. Y is equal to 4/3 x plus 0. And now you know how to write the equation of a line.